Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm going to give you some great advice today. Now listen, I don't care how long you've been in this business, whether you're brand new, you've been doing this for 5, 15, 20 years. I'm going to give you some advice that could potentially change your career starting today. Here's my first piece of advice. Whether it's final expense life insurance, whatever it is that you're going to do in life, if you want to be successful at it, the number one thing you got to do is that you have to commit. You have to commit first and then be willing to figure it out later. I know that may seem backwards or counterintuitive, but trust me, that's how it works. It's like getting married. You got to commit to that relationship. You got to commit that it's going to work no matter what. And then you just figure everything else out as it goes. You can't just dip your toe in the water. You can't get started and say, well, let me just give it a try. Let me see if it's going to work or not. It ain't going to work. Commit, be willing to commit first, be willing to do whatever it takes, and then you will figure it out as it goes. All right. So I always like to say this to new agents. You have to decide whether or not are you committed to making this business work, or are you just interested in making this business work? What's the difference, you may ask? Well, the difference is that I'll start with committed first. When you're committed, then you're willing to do whatever it takes to succeed. You're willing to make whatever sacrifices it's going to take to be successful. When you're just interested, then you're going to do what's ever easy or convenient. And that ain't going to work. I promise you that. Commit first, figure it out later. Even if you've been doing this for 5 years, every day, sometimes when I wake up in the morning, I it's like recommitting to God. I have to sometimes recommit myself. You know what? I'm going to draw a line in the sand today. I'm 100% committed and take one day at a time. Listen, I'm going to go through a few other things, but I appreciate you hopping on. If you enjoy content like this, uh, sub- I I strongly recommend subscribe to my channel. I always try to put out great sales content. It's mainly geared towards life insurance, the final expense business, senior life. By the way, my name's Joe Johnson. I'm a manager here with Senior Life. If you want more information like this, subscribe to the channel, like the video. If you want to get mentored by me, if you want to join my team, I will leave a link in the description below. You can contact me. We can have a conversation and we can figure out if working with Senior Life, working with myself would potentially be a good fit for you. And we can go from there. Now, the other thing that I think is really important, I learned this the hard way, is that you have to be willing to invest in yourself. I forget who, maybe it was Jim Rohn, maybe that said this, is that you have to work on yourself harder than you work on your job. Okay. You got to work on yourself and your job, but you got to work on yourself even harder. Like, ask yourself this question: who's your mentor? What books are you reading? Are you getting coached up? Are you getting help? I had somebody, and this is going back maybe when I first got started in the insurance business, maybe 15 years ago. I was at a conference and I heard somebody that I have a lot of respect for, and I still do, that said this on stage is that you can't outwork bad thinking, meaning you got to work on yourself. This business and being successful in life, being successful in a marriage, being successful in any endeavor you want to take. I'm going to tell you the number one attribute that you're going to need is mental toughness. Work on yourself, work on your mental toughness. Like I said before, who are you getting coached up by? Who's your mentor? Are you talking to your mentor? Do you have a daily reading habit? Are you working on yourself? Do you listen to positive broadcast or audio? Make a commitment that you're going to work on yourself. Now, here's a side note. When you work on yourself, you don't work on yourself during income producing times when you should be producing. This is extra. This is going above and beyond. You get up early, you read a book, you stay up late and work on yourself. You don't do it during normal working hours when you should be productive and your activity should be focused on income producing activities. Develop, and part of working on yourself is developing good people skills. Learn to be a better communicator. Okay, that's one of the keys to sales. If you're getting, if you're getting, if your clients are treating you just like a salesperson, it's because you sound like a salesperson. Stop selling. Learn how to communicate. Learn how to connect with your clients. And you need to, read some good people skills books, or you need to get a good coach or a mentor if you will want to learn how to do that. Learn how to be a better salesperson. And I'll give you the three breakdowns of salespeople. Salesperson number one, and this person will only be average at best because average salespeople, what do to their clients? They just sell features and benefits. That's it. Features and benefits, features and benefits. And you can make some sales just selling features and benefits. Good salespeople learn how to sell the outcome. What is it that what client wants? And then can you get them close to the outcome that they want to have happen? That's what good salespeople do. But you want to know what makes a great salesperson? A great salesperson doesn't sell features and benefits. A great salesperson sells feelings because they're good communicators. They learn how to get their clients to open up and expose themselves. And listen, here at the end of the day, most clients, 99% of clients are gonna purchase from you because of feelings that are backed up by logic. But if you don't know how to ask the right questions, then you're gonna get capped. You're going to be average at best. And you probably need to get with somebody that knows how to ask the right questions to get there. Last thing I'm going to talk about, and I'm going to end the call, and I'm going to steal a line from our president and CEO, Mr. Ron Powell, and he's famous for saying this, is only focus on what you can control. If you want to be really good, you got to put on the blinders. You can't let outside distractions keep you from doing what you're supposed to be doing. Only focus on what you can control. And here's the three or four main things that you and myself that we can control. What is that? Number one is our work ethic. Nobody can control your work ethic but you. The activity that you put in. Are you putting in productive activity? What's your attitude? You know, every day that you wake up in the morning when your feet hit the ground, is that you control your attitude for the day. You got to block out the outside noise. You can't let other people drag you down or let other people influence your attitude. You have to influence your own attitude. And I get to choose every day whether or not I'm going to have a good attitude or a bad attitude. And if you're ever having a bad attitude, you need to do some positive reinforcement and turn that over into a good attitude. And then your accountability. I would recommend being accountable to somebody. Get an accountability partner. It could be your upline. It could be your spouse or your partner. Do you have a business partner? Do you have a buddy in the business? Do you share your numbers? And part of being accountable is tracking your numbers, your daily activity. And one thing I'll say is just look in the mirror because what you do daily will define you. Your daily goals are unequivocally the most important goals you could possibly have because it's what you do on a daily basis that's going to make your week, your month, your quarter, and your year. Focus on what are you doing today. And if you have a bad day, don't worry about it. When you wake up the next day, take one day at a time. The last thing I'm going to leave you with is that if you want to be successful with Final Expense, you want to be successful with my team here at Senior Life, is that focus on one thing. Focus on putting in enough work and enough activity and you have to be committed, be 100% committed that you're going to make 15 quality presentations every single week. And here's what I'm going to tell you, regardless of how many you sell, but if you commit to making 15 presentations every single week, nothing but good things are going to happen. You can't help but have good things happen. Even if you have one week that's crappy, and maybe you do 15 presentations and you only sell a policy or two, guess what? The next week you're going to sell, you know, 10 policies. It will all even out. Commit, commit, commit. Listen, God bless you. I'm glad that you had an opportunity to hop on this call with me. Again, subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave me a comment. I love reading the comments. And if you want to have a one-on-one conversation, again, I'm going to leave a link in the description below. Contact me. Let's have a talk. Let's see if working with my team here at Senior Life could potentially be a good fit for you, and maybe we could change your life. All right, everybody, have a great day. Take care. Bye bye.